Hello, my name is Philip. I'm going to show you how to use Dedoose. So Dedoose is one of the qualitative software that you could use to analyze your qualitative data. Assuming that you have collected data from participants by interviewing them, you have transcribed the interviews. What software can you use to analyze your data? One of the software is called Dedoose. So let me show you how to have access to Dedoose. So first, so you go to Dedoose website, right? So this is the website that you have to go, and then you can click here and sign up, right? And you'll be able to download the software. And then when you sign up, let me show you the prices. So if you have access to the software, you can use it for free for 30 days. After that, if you are a student, you will be paying $10.95 every month. And if you are not a student, and you will be paying $14.95. So these are the payment options. One thing I like about this software is that you will not pay if you don't use it. So let me give you an example. If, let's say, you finish analyzing your data, you have finished everything using the software, next month, you may choose not to use the software and you are not going to pay, right? So you pay if you are actively using it. So that's the good thing about the software. So assuming that you sign up and you downloaded it. So let me see. When you download it and then you open it, you'll be asked to log on, right, with your login credentials, right, your username and password. So this is what you're going to see when you open the software. So let me show you, let me give you a big picture of how the software, the functions, the main function of the software. So this one, it could be used to analyze both qualitative and quantitative data, but for the purpose of this discussion, I'm going to limit myself to only using it to analyze transcripts, right? Qualitative data, whether it's interview transcript or you have a document that you want to analyze, you can use this software. So first, when you click on home, this is what you see. So when we go here, you can see user. So depending on the number of users that using this software, maybe you are collaborating with somebody. So if you're doing that, if you are collaborating with someone, users will be 2, right? But because you are alone, the user will be 1. Media is the transcript that you have uploaded. So you can see here that I have 5 transcripts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Descriptors. So whenever you see descriptors, it's talking about participants, right? So we have 5 participants because we have 5 transcripts, right? So each transcript is for 1 participant. And then we have codes. So these are, here you can see 23. This means that I have generated 23 codes. And you can also see here code application. This is how many times you have used the code to apply to the accepts. The accept was 25, right? The accept is the significant information that you select from the data to help you to address your research question. So the coding process is all about going through the transcript, identifying significant information. So the accepts are the significant information that will help you to address your research question. So when you identify significant information, you assign labels to them. The label will be the codes, right? So here we have 25 significant information that was selected and assigned to the code, 23 codes. And then the application is the number of time that you assign code, significant information to a specific code. 25 times, right? So these are the things that it's just like a summary of your project. And you see here, it says import data. So if you want to import your transcript, this is where you click on, right? So you click on that, and then if it's just a Word document, you can click on this. If it's a spreadsheet, you can click on this one. You can also bring images, you can bring audios, videos, any kinds of PDFs. You can bring any kind of data. You can also create a blank document and type your information there if you want to. So especially, let's say you are collecting data in the field, right? And you want to, document your field notes. This is a great opportunity. You can click on blank document and then start typing your information. So if you want to, upload transcript, you click on import text, right? So that you'll be able to upload the transcript. So, and then if you want to export all your project, you can click on export data. You can export the codes. You can export the descriptors. As I said, descriptors are participants, right? And then you can export the media. The media are the document or the transcript. You can export excerpts, right? The significant information that you select from the data. You can export memos, your reflections. You can export the whole project, right, by clicking on this one. So you have options in terms of exporting. So let's go to code. So this is the place that the codes that you're going to develop will be showing, right? So you see that I have all the codes here. I have the research question 1, and then under that I have the codes that I've created, right? And you can see the numbers there. So this means that 15 significant information are under this research question. And then the code, you have 1 here. It means that 1 significant information or excerpts is within this one, this code. So see, the codes here are, they are just like containers, right? You create containers and then drop the significant information into that. So you see, if you can see here, having numerous work-related tasks, we have 4 significant information or 4 excerpts that has been dropped into it, this container. So that's how you, in terms of the code. If you want to create a code, you can click on the plus sign here, right? And then you can, type the code that you want to create and then put it there. If you want to create a chart code, a code under the code that you have already created, you can click on the plus signs behind that code, and then you'll be able to label the code, and you can give a description and then click on submit. So that's how you can do it. And here too, these are, if you want to show the number of counts, you can just click on chart sum code count. So code count is significant information that are connected to a specific code, right? Or a number of excerpts that are connected to a specific code. So if you let's say if you turn it off, there will be no information here. You don't know the number of significant information that are within the containers. But if you go there and then you click on chart sum code, let me look at it, chart sum code count, then you'll be able to see the code, the significant information under each of the codes, or that has been dropped in the container. So that's all that you have to know. This one is if you want to export or import codes, this is where you can click and do that. So this is what you have to know. There are some things that are there but not needed now. And if you can see here, if you want to link a memo to a specific code, you can click on this one. And then if you want to, this one shows you the number of excerpts or significant information connected to the code, right? And here, if you want to edit the code, let's say you type and then you created a code and then you change your mind, you want to edit the name of the code, you can go here and then do the edit and click on submit. So that's all about the code. So let's go to media. Media, as I told you, are the information or the file that you have imported for you to analyze. So in this case, we have imported transcript. We have 5 transcripts. 1 transcript is for each participant. So you can see here, we have 5, all the 5 transcripts here. And then for excerpts, you see here 25, same here, right? The excerpts are the significant information that has been selected. So when you bring the cursor here, you can see that it shows the significant information that was selected and also the code that has been connected to that significant information. Right. Here, you see here, look at this place as like an output, right? After you, you have coded your data and brought maybe the demographic information, this one will populate automatically, right? So as you can see here, we have the set will be we have the demographics, and then the field is the variables that are under the demographics. We have age, gender, work experience, and ethnicity, right? And then when you click on it, if you, let's say you want to see the significant information that are connected to a specific group of people, right? In terms of their gender, you can just select gender and look at, okay, for the research question 1, you can see the percentage of significant information that are connected to males and the significant information that are connected to females. So, and this one is one of the themes, right? Feeling overwhelmed. And you can also see the males are connected to feeling overwhelmed. No female is connected to this theme. So this one is just give you a brief information about the codes that you created and they're also participants, right? Descriptors, as I tell you, descriptor is a participant. This is another way. This one is focused on only descriptors, right? So you see participant IDs, and then it gives you a pie chart for you to see. It's not really helpful because it just showed you P1, P2, P3. What might be helpful is maybe the gender. So you can see that there were more females than males, right? And then you can also change it to bar chart if you want to. And so you see there are more females than males. So this one will give you like a summary of the demographic information in a visual way for you to see, right? So this is what you have to know. And also there are some information here that the tabs here that I also can show you. So we finished with the home. This is what you're going to see. So let's move on to code. So when you click on code, it will show you the codes, all the codes that you have developed, right? And also this one, code count and media. So the media, remember, is that the media is connected to participants. So the participant document, participant 5 document, participant 4 document. And you can see here that the code count for participant 5 is a lot, right? Compared to maybe participant 1 or participant 3, right? So this one is a visual representation about a code count, which is the number of significant information connected to a specific code, or the number of significant information, and also the media, the source of the significant information, right? And then this is also showing demographics. So it's the code and the descriptor. So you are talking about the code. We are talking about the code and the participants. So if you can click on subcode count, you can see that for research question 1, for the age, let me change it to maybe gender so that to be. So for the gender, 57.1% of codes were connected to females and only 42.9 were connected to males. So, and so it gives you, break it down based on the code that you have developed, right? So all these are just visual representation, giving you a summary of what is really going on. The most important thing that you have to note here is to understand what is what are codes, what is descriptor, right? Descriptor, as I said, are participants, right? So let's move to media. So the media, as you all know, the media is the document that you have uploaded for you to analyze. Excerpts are the significant information that has been selected. So this is just a table showing you the number of excerpts, right? All the significant information that was taken from the media, which is the transcript. Another place that I want to show you is the descriptors, right? There are three areas that I want to show you. So, and then I want to break things down for you to understand, because this one is sometimes confusing to students. So look at this one, descriptor sets. Think about it is like demographic data, right? Whenever you see descriptor set, think about it as demographic data, right? When you are doing a project, here will be empty. So you click on the plus, and then it gives you the chance to label your demographic data. So in this way, this one, if you are just is demographic from participant, you can type participant demographics, right? And then you click on submit, and then you can see it here, right? So this one is just a description of the data sets, which is the demographics, right? Set field, think about it as variable, demographic variables, right? So you have a variable called participant ID, age, you have gender, you have years of experience, and ethnicity, right? They are all variables, right? So in this software, set fields are called variables. So when you click on, if you want to add a variable, you click on the plus sign here, you label the variable, you can give a description. It's not required, but you could give that. And then you click on the type of variable. So is it a text, right? Is it numbers, right? In terms of the attributes of the variables, right? Date and time, or is optionless? Optionless is like categorical. If it's the categorical data like gender, you can put the male and female or other options there for you to provide. And then you click on submit. So when you go here, the third place that I want to show you is the descriptors in sets. So as I told you, when you see descriptors, you are thinking about participants, right? So here, if you are doing a new project, here will be empty. So you click on a plus sign, and then you indicate, let me pull this one here. So you indicate the participant ID. So let's say participant 1, P1, and then you provide the participant age, gender. So age, you have to just type in the number. Gender, you select the options. Work experience, you type the number of years, and also ethnicity, you select the options, right? So this place is just listing participants that are connected, that you are going to provide their demographics, right? So if you have 10 participants, you have to create 10 descriptors, right? Or 10 cases, right? So that's what you have to think about. So as I said, descriptor sets, they are the description of the data sets, the demographic data set that you are bringing, right? The set fields are the variables that are related to the demographics, right? And then the descriptors in set are the cases or participants that you're going to be focusing on, and then adding the demographic information. So these are the things that you have to note. And the next one next one function that you want to know is analyze, right? This one is very interesting because after you have done your coding and everything, you can come here and look at explore visual representation, right? So if you want a qualitative chart, you just click on them. You click on this one, will give you a word cloud. The bigger the font, the higher the frequency in terms of the number of significant information that are connected to this theme, right? So you can also do the 3D code cloud, right? And you can see as I see here, the same thing, the bigger the font, the higher the number of significant information connected to that theme or code. So, you can explore and click on it and see what is going on. So these are all the codes, and also the media are the transcript. And you can see that here, one significant information was extracted from this transcript, and that was labeled as being a young physician. You can also see here one transcript. You can see here 3 significant information was extracted from this media, and then labeled as having numerous work-related tasks. I think it doesn't bring all the words, but when you hover when you move your cursor on it, you can see the whole the whole thing, right? So you can explore. So if you want to look at the descriptor and also the code, you can look at this one and click here, so that it will populate the code in terms of the percentage, in terms of the code count, the percentages you see under each of the variables that you are looking at: the gender, age, and also IDs. So the IDs, you can see that each participant, how many significant information that are connected to them, right? You can see here. So there are many things that you can explore and see and find. So this one is just showing whether if a code is present, if a code is connected to a specific media or a specific transcript, it will indicate 1. If it's not connected, it will be empty space there. So this is just an overview of how Dedoose looks like and the functions. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to import the file, how to develop or create the demographic variables in there, and so that you understand the process, right? So this one is just to show you the functions, and I hope this one was helpful to you. See you another time.